Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfucker.
This is Fun Times with the Sheriff, Season 6, Episode 5. I got Kody on for the first time ever. Say hi.
What up?
Introduce yourself.
Kody.
So, we're going to talk some movies today. So, let's start off. So, what's the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen has got to be Devil's Night.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's a B movie out of Michigan. So, yeah, right here in Michigan.
Showing out at a, like a, talking movie place thing.
Oh, it was at a theater. Yeah, I saw the premiere, and it made a brief appearance in theaters. And it was definitely an assembly that a lot of people, not many people had to suffer under, but those that did, they remembered it.
For me, it's a movie called Grave of the Vampire. I think I've talked about this movie with you before. It's on YouTube for free. It's in the free public domain. Nobody wants it. And it's a movie from the 70s.
This movie's probably free too. I feel that. Yeah, I mean, I actually like a lot of movies from the 70s. So.
Especially B-rated ones.
B movies, other movies, anything with Bronson in it.
And now, with that out of the way, what's your favorite movie you've ever seen?
I mean, hands down, the greatest movie ever made is Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Fellowship
all
of the
three
Ring.
of them?
Or, I mean, yeah. I mean,
you can't just do one. They're all like...
It's like one big movie, yeah.
Especially the on the uncut version, where you have to watch them all together.
Yeah, no, yeah. The uncut, yeah, absolutely. The uncut, not the original release, for sure. The extended.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The extended
extended with the 6
way.
hours worth of content on each movie.
Yes.
For me, it's the very first Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
1993. I hate the new ones, the Jurassic World with Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
They didn't need to go there. Especially the last two were crazy.
Yeah, it's all about Jeff Goldblum for me, too.
So. Oh, yeah, Jeff Goldblum was great in the first one and the second one, too.
Yeah, he really was.
They're coming out with the new one next year, the one that they just ended last year.
Oh, no, really?
But the entire new cast. Chris Pratt's not even returning.
Oh, man.
They got back the original...
Everything?
They got the original writer back from the first two Jurassic Parks from the 90s.
Okay.
So the people are thinking it's going to be good because they got back the original guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe any of these remakes. I don't care who you bring back. It's just not the same. It's not the same world. It's not the same, even the same actor. People change a lot.
Again, especially after those last two, Jurassic World Dominion and the other one with they're in the mansion.
Yeah. That's not it.
So, what movie do you want to start off with first?
I just watched the Mutant Mayhem, so let's start with that.
I watched that again the other night too, so, to get ready for this. So what do you think of it? I loved it personally.
I thought the animation was very unique. I think I was probably most impressed by the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
The soundtrack killed it. I was very happy to get some Wu-Tang in there.
I thought the voice acting was incredible. Ice Cube, John Cena,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan as Master. Yeah.
Ice Cube did a great job. He definitely brought
as
a whole
the Fly.
flavor. Yeah, the Fly. It wouldn't have had the believability without Ice Cube.
Yeah, with the deep voice and the threatening when he's on screen. Yeah,
he delivered, and the dialogue was very current and modern. It wasn't like some dated.
Oh yeah, with the new
street
slang
gangster
terms.
Yeah, no, it was.
They even had some curses in there for a PG movie.
It was trendy, and yeah, they had Gucci Mane in the soundtrack. I was cracking up hearing that.
Yeah, they even had some cursing in there for a PG movie, which I thought was surprising.
Yeah, I was surprised too. The overall element was definitely had more of a PG-13 feel to it.
Yeah,
it was aggressive in it. It felt like it spoke to me.
And I think it's made by the same people that did Across the Spider-Verse, because I think that explains the animation style.
Yeah, the animation style, it almost looked like it wasn't clay. It was almost like it was painted or something. It looked
hand drawn.
Yeah, hand drawn. The whole thing, definitely.
Like a comic.
I'm an original TMNT fan.
Oh, from the one from the 90s?
From back in the day. I mean, everything from the 90s. The cartoons. The movie.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of Donatello. But I thought it held up for me as a fan.
And well, I was also a fan growing up in the early 2000s, not like when it first came up. But growing up, it also held up for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare it directly to
the 90s.
The 90s, because it's not the 90s.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for a 2023, take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I feel like they kept true to the core essence of what made it TMNT, just the vibe of it was very 90s, even though it was modern, but it took me back to that grit kind of alternative people that, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a weird thing. And they come out and address that directly.
Usually, like, the people in the movies don't actually, like, freak out when they see them in the 90s ones, but in this one, when they were in the real world, the people actually freaked out when they saw them.
Yeah. I think there was something struck me right in the beginning. It was deep. It was when they said humans have maybe an innate compulsion to kill everything.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
Master Splinter said that. Yeah,
to kill everything that's different from them, and in a way, I feel like that
still applies to today.
Yeah, that applies. That was a good observation.
I think that was like the opening scene too, with the backstory. Yeah,
when they're talking about it, yeah, it surprised me. I wasn't expecting much when I was thinking, man, another remake,
Oh, yeah, especially with the same name. Yeah.
And how can you compete to just the funky, weird, horrendous costumes in the 90s, and they didn't try to.
And the dance, the 90s dance too, the music video they had. For the what they call it, the advertisement for the movies.
I like that they didn't keep it, it wasn't live action, and they weren't trying to recreate the first movie. It had a lot of new flavor.
Or the animated. 90s.
No, yeah, and they didn't try to redo that animation either. I think that was actually a smart move that they went in a whole new direction. I was pleasantly surprised, too, to see Seth Rogen as a producer on it. That was random, but I thought that was cool. So.
He was also one of the voices, I think, too. One of the rhino and the pig guy. He was one of the voices. He's like, you can hear his laugh when he used to Seth Rogen.
Okay, yeah. Now I see it. Yeah, I noticed Ice Cube straight out, and I didn't. Took me a minute to recognize Jackie Chan. My father-in-law actually was the one who pointed out to me. So, is that Jackie Chan? He wasn't even watching it, so that was funny.
Yeah, I didn't even realize them until halfway through when I looked up the casting that was Jackie Chan. I think it's funny because he's a master of kung fu in real life, and he played a master at kung fu in the movie.
Yeah, he did, and it was a good cast. It was actually pretty star-studded. I was surprised by that.
So we can move on to the second one we seen. We talked about John Cena before. What do you think of that? We've both seen it. It was on Netflix. What do you think of the movie called Blockers?
Okay, I thought Blockers was great. I had the pleasure to be incarcerated when I watched it. I was in jail and I watched it with everybody there. I was only in there for a couple of weeks, for violating my probation. But it definitely you pay better attention. You got nothing going on in there. So I watched Blockers, and I was fully engrossed from my bunk, and it had me laughing. It had the whole room laughing.
Oh, John Cena, I think, is hilarious in that. When he locked eyes with the guy having sex.
Mm-hmm. The butt chugging, I feel like the butt chugging stood out to me. That one had me rolling in there.
Or John Cena actually had to do it.
I think the parents' reaction to the emojis was funny, trying to
figure out what the kids were doing. And then the whole thing about growing up too, because they were friends because their kids were kids, and then they're now like young adults.
Yeah, I think that that movie was cheesy, but it was actually pretty, I think, realistic approach to what it's probably feels like to have a teenager in this world. I couldn't imagine right now.
Oh yeah, neither I can imagine having kids either.
it is nuts. Oh my gosh, wasn't I'm trying to think of was Jon Favreau in there?
Jon Favreau, I think he might have been.
Was he one of the parents?
No, it was I think the Asian guy you're thinking of, but that's not Jon Favreau.
No. I'm trying to think of the one ex-husband, or maybe the new husband.
The one that's opposite of John Cena.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't Jon Favreau.
Oh,
Jon Favreau's like a bigger guy. That guy was skinny.
Okay,
yeah. No. Jon Favreau, I believe, might have directed it though, which would make sense.
Okay. Maybe I'm just throwing Favreau into this unnecessarily, but that's okay. I'm fine with that too. No, I liked it. I thought the parents had a funny dynamic. I like the one parents that they have to go over to their house and what were they doing when they walk up?
Oh, the sex scene.
Yeah.
Where the John Cena had a lot of sex scenes in this movie that he had to improvise in. Where they were playing where they were blindfolded.
Oh no, not the blindfold. The one where remember the one girl's parents. They were the only ones who knew, but the kids weren't.
Oh yeah, the ones that were the one kid that's open with. Yeah, where he locked eyes.
Yeah, yes, that.
And they were like they formed a bond with each other or something. Yeah. The rest of them, even the guy was like that too.
It was good. It was heartwarming. It was creepy that they had the parents in the room when he was in the room with her.
Oh, in the hotel when the mother was underneath.
Yeah, when she's in the room.
When she was trying to stop them, but she couldn't.
Yeah, that ended up weird and creepy, but it was funny. I mean, it was set up well.
John Cena almost did the same thing, but he decided not to.
Yeah, he took the right approach there. Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah, I don't have much more said than that. John Cena, I think, was becoming a great actor since he left wrestling.
Oh man, I mean, he's a testament to a strategy that's worked before. Look at The Rock. Look at
The Rock did it. I think The Rock did it first, and then a bunch of actors followed after.
But non-successful. Like Cena is really capturing that. You know, he's become more than just a hunk of meat. You know, even though he's, I
think Cena has more personality, though, in my opinion, than Dwayne Johnson.
Well, Dwayne Johnson, he's kept that eyebrow thing going a long time. I recently watched The Rundown, throwback to an early Rock movie. When he had hair, and Sean William Scott was in that. Somebody who's disappeared. I mean, I have no idea where Sean William Scott is now. But the Rock has held on, man. He's stayed relevant, and he's gained in popularity.
Oh, especially since him being in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, but I think there may be a secret to success for both of them, which is that women love them. And
women, especially the muscle building and all that. Yeah.
Oh, the moms. I mean, not just moms, but women of all ages. I mean, are got to be the ones that are driving movie ticket sales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
know moms definitely love The Rock, but just because of how he looks.
Yeah, they love him. Well, and they probably feel attached to him. I mean, he's been a staple for a long time.
Yeah, 20-something years since I think it was the early '90s he started. Acting. He left the wrestling scene.
Yeah, and he's taken off, right? I mean, he's taken off a lot more. You know, he's way more famous now than he ever was. He's probably more. Is he still the highest paid actor?
I think after that, I think Johnny Depp is before him.
Okay, yeah, but The Rock is the highest paid actor.
He's one of the top five, I believe, in the top 5 of the highest grossing paid actors. Yeah. And
I mean, that's a ladder a lot of those people are trying to climb. So he's done it in a way that they haven't been able to. And maybe John Cena will get there in 20 years. Maybe he's an early Rock now.
Maybe even 5. He just started acting 10 years ago. So yeah, maybe another 10 years he'll be up there with The Rock.
He's been in a lot of movies. He is funny. I got to give you that. I don't ever want to like him, but that movie made me laugh. He made me laugh. That whole thing, like I said, it was cheesy, but it
for
had
John
got
Cena,
me going.
I think the first movie he was in was the Fred series from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that. It's that terrible. It's about that YouTuber guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh, man. Talk about the way internet has ruined comedy. I don't understand how that guy was ever funny.
Oh, neither did I. didn't watch that guy either when I was young. The early 2010s, no.
No, I'm a 2000s baby, and I did not think that.
I found Ray William Johnson funnier than that guy.
Just about anything is funnier than that guy.
All right, well, we're coming to the end of it. Any final words you want to say? Anything to promote or whatever?
I don't know. I promote Jimmy's show, James the Sheriff Dixon. We've been friends a long time.
Yep. Yeah, basically family.
Yeah, basically family, kind of an honorary cousin. I'm honored to be here, to be on the show.
And yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.